Last year was a pretty good time to be a New York baseball fan. The Yankees had a great regular season and finally made it to the World Series after a 15-year absence. The Mets made a Cinderella run to the NLCS, being one of the most fun teams to watch in baseball with the whole Grimace thing and the OMG thing going for them. Plus, they even got Juan Soto in the offseason, while the Yankees got Cody Bellinger. Things were looking up for New York baseball teams, and both were leading their division on June 1st, 2025. The Yankees held a commanding lead over the AL East while the Mets were competing with the Phillies but still had a comfortable lead over a wildcard spot in the worst-case scenario. Both teams were surefire World Series contenders with amazing pitching and hitting. So what could go wrong? Apparently, literally everything. Before I start this video, I do want to mention this is my first long-form video on this channel. If you want to skip ahead, just scroll through the chapters in the video description or click the timestamp on the screen to skip to the actual video. If not, just give me 30 seconds to introduce myself and you'll be on your way. Welcome to SportCore Media. Life is just a collection of stories strung together, and professional sports is no different. That's why my goal with SportCore is for you to be able to constantly know the big stories in sports while also having some specific stats and insights that help expand the scope of those stories. Eventually, this channel will cover almost every sport, you name it. MLB, NHL, NFL, NBA, NCAA, PGA, UEFA, UFC, F1, and beyond. We will be your one-stop shop for all the sports stories that you need to know, while also keeping you in the loop on standings and big events such as a major golf tournament or a UFC pay-per-view. Right now, at the end of our first month of operation, we have 13 YouTube subscribers, 22 TikTok followers, and 140 Instagram followers. So if you want to join our community and support our growing channel, subscribe to us here and follow us on your favorite social platform. Thanks for listening, and now on to the video. Do you remember the 5th inning in Game 5 of the World Series last year? The one where the Yankees had a 5-run lead and proceeded to make 3 consecutive errors that completely erased their lead and eventually lost them the game in the series? Yeah, their entire summer has kind of been like that. It's been blown lead after blown lead, error after error, controversy after controversy, and it's been a complete nightmare. Anthony Volpe has put on a clinic on how not to play shortstop with a league-leading 16 errors. The worst part is that it isn't even just a single issue, like it's just as bad throws, or it's just as fielding, or it's just as bad decision-making. It's a combination of everything. And to make matters even worse, he's the worst hitter on the team, batting .199 since June 1st. And you know who else can't hit? Paul Goldschmidt, another offseason acquisition, who has a .599 OPS this summer. Little side note, when I mention stats from this summer in this video, what I'm really talking about is stats since June 1st. Okay, we good? Back to the video. Then there's the whole Jazz Chisholm thing, with him embarrassing himself in the home run derby and falling asleep on the base paths. But that's not even close to being their biggest problem. Allow me to introduce to you the Yankees bullpen, the 3rd worst in baseball this summer, only in front of basement-dwelling Nationals and Rockies. Yeah, it's that bad. Their big offseason bullpen acquisition, Devin Williams, has been horrendous this year, taken out of the closer role not once, but 2 separate times. This summer he has over a 4.8 ERA, which somehow isn't even close to the worst on the team in the span. Jonathan Loaiziga has a negative .6 WAR. Jake Bird's Yankee adventure has been a complete disaster that has resulted in multiple blown games. Doval and Bednar haven't been great either. Their bullpen as a whole has a 4.73 ERA this summer, which is 5th worst in the league, while also being 3rd in losses with 15. Combine all this with the questionable management of Aaron Boone, and you get the summer from hell. There have been so many painful losses after another that the Yankees have kind of become the laughingstock of the league for a little bit. It just seems like right when something's going right, here comes a stupid error, or here comes a grand slam, or here comes another Devin Williams blown save. And that's not even mentioning the Aaron Judge injury. This team immediately goes to shit if he has to get Tommy John. All that aside, the Yankees are 29-35 since June 1st and blew their 6-game division lead to the Blue Jays. And their arch-rival Red Sox? They're going in the complete opposite trajectory, being one of the best teams in baseball this summer. On June 1st, the Yankees were 8.5 games ahead of the Sox. Now they're 1.5 behind. Yet somehow, there's another New York team who just so happens to be doing just as bad, if not worse. So, the Mets. Big offseason for them, signing Juan Soto to the biggest contract in North American sports history. He actually started off pretty slow this year and had some issues with hustling that got some attention, but he's been on fire recently. This summer, he has a 989 OPS and is second in the National League with a 2.7 WAR in that span as well. So your star player has been playing as good as advertised, so what's the problem with the Mets? Well, to start, the bottom of their lineup has been pretty bad. Mark Vientos, who was a hero in last year's playoff run, has a team worst 553 OPS and a negative .6 WAR this summer. Tyrone Taylor has an insanely low 418 OPS with a 148 batting average in that span as well. And in the short time Cedric Mullins has been a Met, he's been bad with only a 171 batting average. But with guys like Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor still playing good, the team has still been able to score some runs. So their batting hasn't been terrible, so how are they playing so bad? You've probably guessed it by now, but it's their pitching. It's been nothing short of atrocious. With the Yankees, at least their starters have been playing well. The Mets, on the other hand, nobody can pitch. Their starters have been horrendous, being last in ERA this summer among teams in a playoff spot while also being 8th worst in the league overall. Only 2 of their pitchers have an ERA below 4, and none of them have an ERA below 3 this summer. Frankie Montas has been so bad that he's been demoted to the bullpen. Griffin Canning even somehow tore his Achilles just stepping off the mound, just when he was having a career year. And the Clay Holmes experiment hasn't worked out very well either. And when it comes to their bullpen, it's almost as bad as the Yankees. Look at some of those ERAs. It's absolutely brutal. To make matters even worse, they lead the league in bullpen losses. And trading for the league leader in blown saves and Ryan Helsley is an interesting choice as well. Put all this together and you get nothing short of the summer from hell. As far as the team as a whole, they're 28-36 since June 1st, dropping back into the final wildcard spot. Their August has been horrendous with a 2-11 record so far this month. For a team that had World Series aspirations this year and is routinely in top 5 in the league in team payroll, this summer has been nothing short of disappointing. And there's no signs of improvement either. So you gotta wonder, is this team really gonna miss the playoffs? Okay, full transparency, but I meant to get this video up like a week earlier, but I was busy with a move, so the video got delayed a little bit. The stats from the first 2 sections of this video were from August 16th, and this video is being uploaded on August 21st. Therefore, I tried my best to put some edits on the screen where I felt it needed some more clarification. So just beware of that, and I apologize for the delay. In terms of playoffs, the Yankees have cleaned up ship a little bit. They're 8-2 in their last 10 and are on a 5-game winning streak. They even hit for 9 home runs against the Rays a couple nights ago. They're currently 4 games behind Toronto in the AL East, while 2.5 games above the final wildcard spot. Fangraphs currently has the Yankees at a 97.6% chance to make the playoffs, most likely in a wildcard spot. The Mets, however, are still struggling. They're 4-6 in their last 10, but choked their big lead over a wildcard spot and are now just a game over the Reds, who are realistically the only National League team that is in contention for that final wildcard spot. There is an actual real possibility that this team misses the playoffs, even if Fangraphs has them at an 80% chance to make it. With that being said, this team reeks of being a wildcard elimination, thus setting up a complete failure of a year after the most successful offseason in the franchise's history. In conclusion, when you look at the potential of both of these teams' rosters and the countless superstars that they contain, it is absolutely disappointing how bad their summer was. I get teams go on slumps for a week or two, but an entire summer of ineptitude is unheard of. Plainly speaking, the Yankees and Mets experienced nothing short of the summer from hell. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you want more, please subscribe to our channel and also give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok. We're going to be uploading at least 6 shorts a week during the football season while also covering all the other sports. Plus, our next video is a very interesting topic exploring who the worst sports franchise was in the 2010s. So if you want to see that, I'll see you in about 2 weeks here in SportCore. Thanks again guys, and I'll see y'all soon.